What is up, guys? We're the Wingmen. This is the Wingmen podcast. We're off to a good start today. Follow us on socials.
We're just
First
fucking
thing.
tired.
Yeah, no, we're a little bit tired. It's
Yeah.
what time is it? Check the time. It's
12
11:51.
o'clock, basically, our time.
As Mike Malak says, we're working late. We know you guys are too. Thanks for clocking in. The fuck's our TikTok? Our TikTok is the Wingmen podcast. Instagram is Wingmen podcast. Follow us on socials.
Follow us on Instagram. We need to get those Insta followers.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram.
I
please.
like our Instagram.
It's good. It's good. We had some help.
Shout out to for making our profile picture.
Yep.
It's really good. It's really good.
She's good.
If you're watching this,
she made a couple
really
posts.
Good. Yeah.
Dope. All right, guys. So we're gonna start off with our weeks. Tyler, tell me about your week.
Honestly, it's been a whole lot of nothing. Like nothing bad has been happening. My girlfriend's away for a trip, so I've been seeing her. Work's just mid.
Work's mid.
It's just mid. I mean, I've actually been doing pretty good money wise, but it's all right. Nothing really important's been going on this week. To be honest, no, I'm serious. I'm freaking boring, to be honest with you.
That's good.
Like I'm just
That's good.
not doing anything.
You don't need to do anything.
I'm a loser.
Charlie Puth. We haven't played that in a while.
I actually have to. I should start playing in the morning because I haven't done anything all week. I basically sat here and did absolutely freaking nothing for 4 days.
Yeah, I was in Red Bank a lot, pitching business. Actually, I was sending out some DMs to an event group. An event group actually sent back. They're like, "You think we need to work on our socials? We think you need to work on your social."
Did they actually say that?
Yeah, because like I was working with Luke and Dario for so long. Like I didn't have much
Dude,
build up.
they just Uno reverse carded your ass.
And I'm a social media marketing agency.
They just said
I just don't have that many posts. Like my stuff looks good, but like I have like 7 posts.
They just said your stuff is terrible.
Yeah, they said I'm horrible.
Yeah, this mic is not.
You might have to clip it on the Mac. You might have to.
I'll just do it. It's fine. No big deal.
I'm so sorry.
I'm actually gonna cry about that tonight.
What is
Dude, I don't know.
Just clip it on, man.
Oh my god.
There you go. I'm sorry. Oh,
you just wanted an excuse to touch me.
I
Shut
did.
the fuck up. But yeah, no. How's your week been besides the getting reverse carded?
I got reverse carded. I said I'd love to help you guys out. A lot of event groups don't have good marketing at all. At least advertisement wise, they take like pictures, videos, but they're just not good. I know how to make it look good. I've helped a lot of event groups.
They said no.
They said no. They said no. They actually, I would love to pull up the DM, but they said something like, "We're definitely interested, but I think you should work on yours too." And I was like, okay, like
it's a little condescending.
I was so tempted to be like, all right, like you tell another 18-year-old who's making $12,000 a month business wise, just off of business, not include salary. You tell someone else like that they need to have like, all right, like I was gonna throw it out there, but I was like, that's fine. So I said, absolutely right! Exclamation point. I was working with Social Flock.
You did the right thing, keeping humble. I would say it's a good move.
And it might be a client, and it might not even be a close, but
yeah, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's get into our topic today.
Yeah,
I think this is one that is very relevant for everyone, not only in this room, but probably most people watching this.
And we don't like this topic. We
No.
don't want to talk about it. That's the thing.
I don't. I hate it.
But we were talking about it from the place where we got wings earlier, and we were like, dude, that'd be a great topic to talk about, considering we both hate it.
Yeah, for different reasons, or similar. But what is it?
College. Yep.
Oh my God.
College.
All right.
Where do we start with this though? We don't have like notes written down for this. Like, what door do we open?
I feel like we both have like 10-minute rants saved up for this topic. So we should just take. Let's start with
what bothers us about it. What bothers you about college? Why do you not like the idea of college?
I'll say we just take it one little bit at a time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off the first thing, money.
Okay.
Like that is just a great place to start.
It's really expensive now.
It's too expensive.
It gets questionable whether it's worth it or not. A lot of people are looking into other ways of making money.
You should not be in student debt until you're 40. Okay. You shouldn't be.
And most people are now.
I mean, you're screwed. Like you apply, you get scholarships. His brother got a full ride, right? What was it? A full ride.
Full scholarship
and
to a good school.
His mother just released information the other day to him
that his room and board costed $85,000
for room and board for 4 years.
My mother was like,
"You are better off renting an apartment.
Yeah,
we have more freedom renting an apartment
with a meal plan and room and board." Right? My mom was like, "Okay, you saved us, $75,000 a year. We'll cover your room and board. You cover your masters."
And the meal plan is awful.
Yeah.
I had no hate to Monmouth if any of you guys there, but I went to Monmouth for a friend, and I tried the food there. First of all, they charged me $14 because I
Yeah.
didn't have a meal plan.
That's good.
So that's average $14 a meal with the meal plan, and it was pitiful. The food was pitiful.
No, it was good.
Like I actually think I would rather eat Burger King every day. At least Burger King tastes somewhat good, or McDonald's.
You liked your.
It was just like
cafeteria
the
food.
same quality bad.
And that's okay.
Like I can tell it was crap for my body.
Sure.
But but it was even worse
That's
tasting.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine because
That's
it
okay.
costs what, $4,000 a semester, maybe.
Yeah.
And that's the crappy one probably.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
And that's just Monmouth. Maybe some other schools. Our producer goes to a different school, and supposedly their food's actually pretty good.
My brother's school, I went one time. It was okay.
I'm not impressed with the food at all. I
For
think
what you're
was,
paying,
I don't
the
expect
meal pass
much.
itself actually
Yeah.
is actually not a bad price. But if you weren't, it's.
But yeah, and just like
Wait, Jake, can you bring us the wings?
Yes.
Can you bring us the wings before
our
you?
producer wants to say something. What's up, buddy?
I think he's got to take a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's got a phone call.
He's a busy man.
It's his girlfriend
You never know. He's
or boyfriend.
or boyfriend. Yeah,
But
that's
we don't
his.
know.
Why is it like that?
Don't worry about it. Can we get waters and napkins, please?
No.
No.
You guys
Okay.
don't get waters.
But we need the sponsor.
You need to beg me for water.
Should we beg him?
Oh shit!
Should
All
we
right.
beg him? I kind of want to beg him regardless. This is getting out of hand. Just give us the
Just
water.
give us the freaking waters, bro.
I
Thank
should
you.
have just gave you the water.
Kirkland. We actually
Appreciate
napkins too. I think there's napkins over there.
Napkins
Right.
over there.
If
I
you don't
appreciate you,
mind.
Jake. Thank you for.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Kirkland, we did not see an
Have
email
fun
from
with your
you
girl.
guys. The email, Rocket, what's the email again? Can we read that off?
The email for this.
The Wingmen Podcast 596 at
596.
Gmail. Guys, we did not see your email. Please email us, and we can definitely work out a sponsorship. We know you're very interested. Here.
But these are from
there's three more.
Applebee's. Just any app. Everyone has Applebee's. Right? They're like in most states, but like I think they're in all states. Probably.
Yeah, it's a big
Similar,
franchise.
yeah.
We got boneless wings. They're not wings. They're chicken
They're
nuggets.
chicken
Let's
nuggets, and
establish
anyone
that.
who says they're wings, they're
Yeah,
drunk because it's
For
just
two people that like wings to say that, it's true.
It
Anyway,
is.
back to the topic though. Yeah, the meal plan's not worth it. Money-wise, it's not worth it. I agree. I think it's getting to the point where it's really questionable whether college is actually worth the money. In our parents' generations, it was different.
It
College
was worth it.
You know, for a teacher now that could be making anywhere between 75 to 100,000 after tenured, that pays off. When college in total was only what, Tyler, maybe 30 grand at most with everything, room, board, and
Yeah.
6 years of school.
I mean, don't forget like price adjustments. Like 30 back then was probably like the 90
But
now.
if you were to pay that now, if the student loans built to now, he's making a salary for it. So
That's true. So yeah, I'm money from a money standpoint. And this isn't to no hate. I know most people that are watching this are either in college or going to college, and I have no hate or judgment towards any of you. You guys all find your own paths.
it seems like community college is the play.
I'm,
For 2
you know what?
years.
I'm a hypocrite because I'm literally going to college in 6 months. Like I am enrolling at Brookdale.
Why?
A
What do
community
you want to get
college.
into?
I want to be an environmental science major because I care a lot about the environment as predetermined. But I just, although I want to do it and I'm very passionate for my major, I don't want to go to college. None of me wants that life. None of me wants I can party. I can do everything I can do in college, outside of college, and have more freedom. Now let me get to that part because that part I think people forget. The college experience. Why is there so much a stigma
That's why everyone's
behind it?
going to school for the most part. It
I
seems
feel like
pretty
you-
much
I feel like
everyone's
you're
talking about
lied
those
to.
things.
I feel like you're lied to, and people please confirm and talk to me about this. But I feel like you're lied to. I feel like you're promised this experience that's unlike anything else, and then you get there and it's just not what you're expecting. Like it's just. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have super strict parents, all right, and if you had a home life that was restricted and you never dated or hooked up or going to parties and stuff, college is probably the place for you to break away from that. But I didn't have strict parents, all right? Like and neither did he really. I mean, in certain aspects, but you did what you want for the most part.
Yeah.
Like you had a
When
girlfriend,
you had the
you partied.
opportunity to.
Yeah, you did what you wanted. You did.
We both did. We
We
had
both
to.
did. And
We
I
had
had
to.
great parents. Shout out to both of them. But
Laura and Mark.
icons. But yeah, I don't see the point. I think you're lied to. I think you're told that it's going to be something. I think that it's just I think the college life, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but can promote bad behavior, and not necessarily like the partying and stuff. It's just that I feel like somebody who's academically driven can get very distracted in college because of everything else going on. And that's a shame because those people are very successful in high school. They work their butts off for the grades in high school, and they get sucked into peer pressure and stuff in college. Because peer pressure in college is way stronger than anywhere else. I've been to several college parties, and I've been to several college dorms in several different colleges in New Jersey, and they're all pretty much the same to me. If you're thinking about transferring and stuff, like really think about it because it might not be worth it. I
Unless you're
mean,
going to a different part of the country.
yeah, the
And clearly
colleges in
different
New
experience.
Jersey. I mean, the only like there's colleges that are like there's known party schools. I'm not gonna say that what they are because I don't want to pass judgment. And but there are a couple of party schools in New Jersey, and they are a little different than like I'll say Monmouth. Monmouth is not, in my opinion, a party school. I mean, they have parties, of course, but
Nice campus.
very nice campus, very expensive, very not worth it. But yeah, I don't think the college experience is not only just not for everyone, but I just don't think it's a good. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a good. I don't think, and I'm all about freedom and expressing yourself, and all about getting out there. And I just don't think the college experience is the way to go. I mean, there are just so many instances of just horrible and I went to this frat party one time and everyone was just so, I know this doesn't appeal to you. Everyone was just so freaking racist. Like I just wanted to leave. Like they were just screaming slurs and I'm just like, what the hell's the point of this?
Intoxicated. I'm
This is
guessing.
just yeah, of course they were drunk, but that doesn't bother me. But I just because if they're gonna say it drunk, they'd probably say it sober. Let's be honest.
Most likely.
But because I've been blackout drunk before and I still never said any of that stuff. But
Crazy remark.
what?
Those are crazy remarks.
I haven't. I haven't.
No, I mean like the remarks that were made. That's nuts, bro. Just be saying that at college, you gotta be careful, bro.
See,
be
that's the thing you
careful.
do, but I feel like frats are a whole different topic. I think they're. I don't have an opinion on those because I don't want to offend anyone. But
I think
I don't-
frat guys are some of the shittiest guys on the planet.
wouldn't
I
go
have
that
a lot
far.
of friends that are in frats.
I think it's I think most fraternity brothers join frats because they're insecure and they want to have band and mob mentality where they're like part of a group, part of something. They feel like they're something. I feel like the people that don't need to be in frats are the people that are actually strong because they are being like, okay, I know who I am. I don't need a group of people to hang around and to. I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually I have always had a trouble comprehending fraternities and sororities. They just seem so stressful and so like unneeded.
Yeah,
Like,
I
why
don't know.
can't you just go to a party for fun?
I think for
drink?
fraternity, though, I think going into that more, I don't think it's as much insecurity as ego. I think
Ego.
most of the guys have an ego and they're just like mean something more. It's almost more value. I feel like it has a reputation for especially getting girls.
And I don't like that. I don't think anything should be for getting girls. And oh my god, I have so much to talk about that. But that just that strikes like the inner.
I just hate the part of the college experience where it gets sold to you. I went to a lot of college meetings last year when I was in high school, knowing I wasn't going to go to college, just get out of class. First thing they bring up, like, oh, look what we have near campus, look what we have on campus. Bro, tell me your graduation rate. Tell me when I'm getting a job.
Tell me the test scores. Tell
So,
me
like, why are you pitching me something? Like, and the thing is,
because
the kids are
going to
appealed
college
that.
isn't really about academia. It's about socializing. And when that's just what people are have to accept. I mean,
It's a problem though. It's like you're getting put into a system where you're guaranteed to be paying debt for a very long time and not be able to live as freely as you can. It's just a lot. You should be focusing on getting a job. That's the main reason I don't agree with pretty much anyone going to
so
college.
essentially what you're saying is you're paying to socialize. You're
Yeah.
paying to do something that you've been doing probably all your life.
And we really don't mean to crap on anybody with this, but like that's just how I feel.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
really
our
don't
opinions don't
support
matter,
going to
first of all.
college that
But,
much unless you're trying to come out with a
Now
job.
let me get
It's
the
tough.
people that do go to college for a degree, and you guys, we need you guys. All right, you guys are the people that go for the degree and go to and make our world run. We need you. We really do. Do I think there's better ways of getting a degree and proving that you're qualified for a job? Absolutely. I don't think I'm going to take our producer for an example. Colleges, they can. Let's just say you wanted to be a psychologist. Okay, you should take rigorous psychology courses for 2 to 3 years and then be done. All right, if that's what you know what to do. I get branching out and trying to find your major. I get it, but you should not have to take a music class if you want to be a psychologist just because of a requirement. That's just stupid. That's just them wanting money.
What
You're
about
paying-
political science for a mathematics major?
Absolutely not. Why would you need political science for a mathematics major? What does political science have to do with mathematics? Very minimal to nothing. I think it's incredibly. I think it's just a scam at that point. Our producer wants to be an accountant when he gets out of college, and only actually 0 of his courses this semester, are in any way relating to his kind of pre-calculus. Is that really relating to accounting? I guess
It's math.
it's math. It
At
gets
least it's in the realm.
okay, so let's just say half relating. One class is half relating to accounting, but they should be teaching him financial math and maybe like a couple social classes because to be an accountant you have to have somewhat decent people skills. And you shouldn't be taking. He's taking music, and he didn't even want to take that classes. They just threw it at him because he had to. So it's just like I don't understand the point of these bullshit classes.
That's the reason. Actually, I want to tell my story not going to college. We were talking about this before. The way it actually
One of
happened,
these
right?
ones.
I was only considering going to college to play soccer, really, and because I wanted to do some stock trading. So I always wanted to be on Wall Street. I got 2 D1 offers that would have covered room and board for college, and then 1 D2 offer where it wasn't too much, I was getting like a 10% scholarship, and I didn't ever apply for like academic scholarships. I'm guessing I would have only gotten 10%. I was like a high B, A student, actually mid B. They're like freshman year.
You were
Bs.
really good.
Just a pretty good to average student, right?
Underachiever.
Yeah, underachiever.
Yeah,
I
because
just
you could do
didn't
better
care.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. Not bad though for the effort I put in. So yeah, my college story. I looked at my potential courses. I saw political science. Okay, that's somewhat important for Wall Street. So I guess it applies a little bit at least.
Hmm.
Somewhat. When you're actually there, it's not that deep. Then I had to take a mathematics course. I actually don't even remember because it might have been pre-calculus, and I was like, okay, definitely don't need to know that. And then a liberal, was it literal course or a liberal arts course?
Probably liberal arts.
Probably liberal arts, right?
Yeah.
Or literary something, one of the two. And I was like, okay, well, I don't need that either. I think it was liberal arts, so I think that's pretty average for freshmen, right?
Mhm.
I was like, okay, well, these are 3 courses that don't have anything to do with each other, and only one is really going to help me in my career. And it's not really going to help me, would somewhat be useful.
Perfect
for my
example
career.
of what I was just talking about. Perfect example.
Yeah, the math. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to tell my mom I'm not going to college now. I closed my laptop and I said, okay, I'm not going to college. This was beginning of junior year. I was like, all right, that's it. It was like maybe November,
Good
junior year.
choice
I was
for
like,
you.
okay, that's it. I'm not going. I don't want to do this.
Good.
I don't want to waste 4 years of my life when I could be making money. I'll find another way. I'll do something, either blue collar, business. I wound up doing both.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, this is it.
You're actually doing all 3 because you also have a minimum wage job too.
That's true.
You're actually
That's
doing
true.
everything. You have a blue collar, you're doing business, and you have a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
That's not really minimum wage; it's more, but it's considered one.
Yeah.
So
that was my story. I literally looked at the courses and I was like, okay, I'm not going to school anymore. That was really it.
Now, here's my problem with college, and this is very controversial, and I would love to be proven wrong. And people that are college educated are going to come at me hard for this. And I don't think I've ever even talked about this to him or him. College is great for what it is, academically. Okay, you want to be a doctor. Well, you have to go to med school for that. Let's say you want to be an accountant, like our producer. They will give you the tools eventually. Eventually, they will give you the tools that you need to be an accountant. However, they're only going to give you those tools. They're not going to go above and beyond because they're not paying them for that. They're not going to teach you how to be an innovative accountant. They're just going to teach you how to be an accountant. Your decision to be innovative or not is completely dependent on you as a person.
And how much work you put in.
And how much work you put in. The people that go to college, and not all of you guys, but the people that go to college go there, they get their degree, they walk away, they start their job, and then they have kids or don't have kids, and it's a cycle. The American dream. I'm against the American dream for mental reasons. I think you like it, and so does he. I just don't like. It's not my ideal life, but they teach you to think a certain way, linearly. They teach you that everything's a straight line. They don't teach you to think outside of the box. And this is very, very, what's the word? what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't have any facts behind this. This is just an opinion because I haven't been to college,
What?
so I
more for
don't
the
actually
linear
know.
part?
But yes, I have known people who have graduated in there, and they all sound the same. They all sound the same, no matter what major. I talk to them, and I feel like I'm talking to a robot. Indoctrination is very real, and I'm not talking about political indoctrination. I'm talking about logic indoctrination. They teach you to think one way, you will think that way for the rest of your life. My father, very smart guy, extremely high IQ, is a perfect example of that. He is smart, but I feel like college actually stifled him and his intellect because he thinks a certain way now.
He is a very smart man.
He's incredibly smart and very experienced, and he's great at what he does. But I do feel like he could have, if he didn't go, yeah, he wouldn't have the job he has now, but he would have other opportunities because he is smart and he is innovative and creative.
And that's also a different time period too, because now, dude, I feel like everyone and their mother's going back for masters or something else. A degree is not enough now. A 4-year degree
A
is not
bachelor's
enough.
is not enough.
You need more than you have to go to school for an extra 2 years after.
Sometimes one. You can do a 5-year master program.
It's just crazy though. Like you're spending all that money. It's not enough. You're starting 50
And you're
to
not
60
guaranteed
grand.
a job after.
Yeah, you do all that, and that was my main thing. Was like I'm doing all this, learning things that don't apply to me. I'm still not guaranteed a job. Yes, some schools have more connects,
And
but
then
at
there's
no point am I guaranteed something.
And then there's degrees that are just pointless, but they shouldn't be. Let's just say you're really gifted at English. I personally stink at English. Let's just say you're fantastic at writing essays, and you're fantastic at reading and comprehending, and you're analytical, and you write poetry, all that. You're screwed. That's your passion. You like it. You're good at it. My best friend's mom, one of them, has an English degree. You know where she's working? Same place I'm working. She couldn't get a job, and she's depressed about it. She wishes she can go back and change it.
Unfortunate.
She can't. It's a useless degree. And there are useless degrees, which is sad because every degree should be useful. It is so hard to find a degree, a job with certain degrees, like an English degree. And that's just wrong because we could benefit so many places with people that are good with English. I mean, good God, most people our age don't even know how to talk anymore, I feel like.
Yeah.
But we could really benefit from some of those degrees that are deemed useless by society. It's just like you have to go for like one of 20 things or else you're done.
It's true.
Some of them are broader than others. Like you can be a social worker and that opens up like 5 or 6 different
Some
paths,
just don't pay for what you want to do either.
No.
Some people genuinely do want to follow your passion. And some people are like, oh, do that. Some people say don't. I don't have the right answer. I don't even really know how I feel.
Shouldn't you work for something you like? Shouldn't you enjoy
Potentially,
work?
But sometimes it's really tough. It's like it doesn't pay, dude. How are you supposed to make a living?
That stinks. What if you're bad at math, but you have to do something with math to make money? That stinks. Like that's not catering to us as people, as humans. We're different. Every single person is different. Like we're all different. Like what if there's somebody who's really not smart in any subject except for English, and they just excel at it? They're just done, like screwed. Like that just doesn't make any sense. Like that's more of a society thing, not a college thing, though. But yeah, that's my problem is the linear thinking. That really bothers me. That really bothers me, and that's just a topic that not many people talk about. The partying, it's just.
I just hate it. I hate the partying, really.
Well, you have a disdain for partying in general, though.
It just doesn't appeal to me. A lot of people do it. Unfortunately, I do kind of label people that do that more, and it's like even good people. It's hard for me to see them the same. Like it
do you
really
see me the same? I party.
Yeah, I kind of, but I just.
Let's be honest. You lost like 1% of respect for me. The fact that I do it. You can be honest.
No, not really, because you don't go crazy with it. You really don't.
I do it in moderation.
People that are going to college to party, bro, like, come on, what are you doing? Like, that's just my opinion. I don't support what you're doing.
No,
like,
that's just...
And I don't really have to. I mean, it's hard for my girlfriend's going to school. It's very hard to stand behind her and say, I support you going to college. It's very, very difficult. Like, and I'm just keeping it a full stack. It is very difficult for me to say, go all that way to college when you're probably going to party, you're probably going to drink, you're probably going to do these things that I don't even support to begin with. And then you're wasting your time doing it when you're going to be kind of screwed coming out of college because it's very expensive. It's like, is that 4 years worth it? The way I see it is I'm trading those 4 years of my life to be able to do fun things for myself for the rest of my life, while everyone else is kind of accepting that they're going to be screwed the rest of their life, so they're using those 4 years to party. We might have a different definition of party. I want to be able to have a really nice home and invite 30 of my close friends over, like I do every year for my birthday.
You get drunk.
It's always like
Nah, you won't get drunk. You
It's
won't
always like
get
3 months
drunk.
after my
You're not gonna
birthday,
get
but-
drunk though.
no, I'm not. But I could still invite people over and they can have a good time and I can have a good time and be able to afford it and not have to worry, oh, can I afford it? Can I pay the bills? Should I get less food even though I have people coming over? I want to be able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it and not think about it. And I feel like
No,
going
I
to
agree.
college really limits you from doing that. Because you're spending all the money and you're pushing yourself back. Maybe you could do it eventually, but I feel like the 4 years that I'm putting in now is really going to accelerate because my 4 years, quite honestly, the way I'm going with the potential job opportunity business, I can probably put a down payment on a house in 4 years from now, when everyone else is going to be coming out, probably going back to live with their parents for a little bit, or rooming with someone, which is fine. Everyone goes a different way.
Yeah.
Just for me, I don't want to live that lifestyle. Live your own lifestyle, but I'm just saying logistically, if you think about taking emotion out of it, of course, logistically, it would make more sense not to go to college right now. It really would. Sacrifice 4 years to live comfortably the rest of your life, or live comfortable, semi-comfortable for 4 years to be miserable potentially. I think there's a higher chance to live miserable going to college than putting in the 4 years not going to college and actually working. I could be wrong though. I'm not in that situation, but logistically thinking for me, I think
it
makes
is
more
hard.
sense to not
We
go to
are
college.
I do understand, and so does he, I'm sure, that we are making a lot of broad statements that we're not necessarily qualified to make. But that's what this is about. Like
some stuff comes
these
from my
are
brother.
That's true, but this is opinionated, and we don't have facts to support it. Unfortunately, not this one. Sometimes we do. Not this one. I've been the closest I've been to going to college has been partying at colleges that I've been invited to, and I hated every minute of it. Honestly, it just felt like high school again, which I didn't like either. I like the parties that are like spontaneous, like, oh, party at 12th Street in Long Branch. That's cool. Then you never know like who's gonna be there, who you're gonna meet. Like, that's awesome to me.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, no, I mess with that. I just don't like to drink or smoke.
well, that's yeah. I
And pretty much every
understand
college
that.
party does that. I haven't
From what
been to
I've
too
seen,
many, but
from what I've seen, every single one does that.
yeah.
I haven't been to one that doesn't.
How many have you been to?
20.
Yeah,
30?
I've been maybe 4.
I've been to. I was at one like 4 or 5 weeks ago.
I mean, it was consistent like that.
Well, it's just to the point where everyone was so drunk, but the drinking doesn't bother me. I was pretty drunk too. I think what bothered me was the fact that it just. And this is gonna sound stupid, but it was in a frat guy's basement. It smelled so bad. Like everyone was like sweating.
You told me that actually.
Yeah, it's really unsanitary. I know most people don't give a shit about that. They're all drunk and stuff, but like I got there late, so everyone was already wasted before me. So I was like going. I think if I started out there and then got drunk, it wouldn't be that bad. But I got there like 2 hours in, and everyone was already like buzzed, tipsy, or even drunker. It's just like it smelled so bad. Like it just smelled like sweat, and the floors were dirty, and there was like loud music, and it was terrible music in my opinion. And it was just
So that's what killed it for you?
the smell, yeah, and just the filth. Everything was filthy.
What kind of killed it for me was my first one ever. I walked in and it was like literally just a cloud of smoke, bro. First floor. Like, come on, that's crazy. Walking in
not
and literally
even-
seeing like smoke and
for
clouds.
some reason, I don't know why this is. You can ask anyone. I prefer smoking over smoking weed, but for some reason, that's not something I've seen much of. From what I've seen at parties, it's always the vapes, of course, which is what you're referencing most likely. If it's a cloud of smoke, it's probably the vape smoke, like accumulating.
Mm-hmm.
And the drinking. It's just the drinking and the smoking, the vapes and the nicotine.
That combined with seeing girls like lead guys into different rooms, like bro, I don't support
never saw
hooking
that
up either. So
I
don't like it.
I left at that point, but because I couldn't stand it. But I saw like some people hooking up, and I'm just like,
It's just gross to
in
me.
public, like I could never. It's not like, oh my god, like I'm too insecure for that. I'll be honest, to hook up in public anyway. With my girlfriend, or I
don't support that.
I'm not even a big PDA fan. I mean, to an extent, but like with my girlfriend, who I like a lot.
I'll hold hands and maybe give a kiss on the cheek. I feel like that's kind of where it might end.
Yeah.
But to just go crazy with something like you're just kind of giving yourself up.
By the
I
way.
mean, that's a topic of its own, hooking up. But I don't like it.
I just don't
and that
understand how
enables
people.
it, so.
I do because they were drunk, no shame. But like, and it's not even about the shame. I'm just too insecure to just get fully naked in front of like, I was like 300 people there. Probably
Yeah, that's nuts.
250.
That's crazy.
Like you just have no shame. Like not even.
It's
I'm
called
not even
acting
look-
fatherless. That's what it's called. It's called acting fatherless.
Okay,
Shout out
I don't
to
know
Lutel
about
Fiore.
that.
It's called acting fatherless.
I don't know about that. That's a little bit rich.
It's called acting father. Where's your father? Where is he? Was your father be proud of you? Woody, would your father be proud of you?
I don't know.
That's what I do. I look at these children. Shout out to Lutel Fiore. They're fatherless. Where's your father? Where is he?
I don't know.
Where is
I
he?
don't agree with that, but like
They're fatherless, Tyler. That's what they are. They're fatherless. It's fatherless activity.
I don't know. I don't.
These ladies and these men that accept it. It's not good.
But yeah,
It's
the
not good.
college life is not for me. I am gonna go to college. I'm pursuing Brookdale. I'm gonna get my associate's degree and then probably go for my bachelor's and then eventually master's. But
That's such a lengthy process, bro. That's 6 years. That's 6
It's 5.
years.
you can do the 5-year master program, and I'm gonna take some credits over the summer too, like 2 or 3.
For some reason, that feels a lot better than 6. I don't know why 5 is like a big difference.
Nasty number. That's why. I don't know why.
6
I
is
agree.
long. I feel like 5 isn't that crazy actually. 6 is a lot.
6 is a lot. 6 is a lot. 6 is a lot.
6 is almost too much.
6 is a lot.
It definitely is too
No,
much.
6 is
actually.
just right. Because if it's 7, then it's like ooh.
No. 6 is getting, but 5 is just right. Because I saw the difference. 6 is like a lot. 5 is probably just right. But 3 is good. My brother's girlfriend only did 3 years of school, and she's graduating. Please, she has to get her master's and all that. She's only got her bachelor's, but 3 is a perfect number. 3 is you're in and out. 3 is a really good number.
3 is a good number.
I think 3 is perfect. If
3
I were to
inches-
go to school, I would. Well, think about this, Tyler. Right?
Well, if you go 3 inches in a year, that's a lot of inches, right?
Yeah, well, here's my philosophy. There's 3 inches of snow on the ground. Guess what? You're not going to school because there's that much snow on the ground. Ladies, if you cut 3 inches of hair off your
That's a
head,
lot of hair.
That's a lot of hair you're cutting off. But like, dude, think about the snow. 3 inches of snow, you're literally not going to school. It's mandatory to go to school. They're literally saying you can't come to school because there's that much snow.
3 inches is a lot.
3 inches is a lot.
Yeah, we should.
3 inches is a lot. It is. You don't have to convince us.
But yeah, I don't know. I really do want to hear feedback about college.
I do as well. Like,
I would
I'm
love
really
for my
interested.
opinions to change about it because what it represents isn't anything bad. What it started out as isn't anything bad, but what it's turned into, in my opinion, is bad. I think our generation is ruining it.
Overall, though, if you're happy in your college, go.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
if you're happy, it doesn't matter.
We're just talking our minds. Disclaimer: we have no facts, as you said
We don't.
before. Just how
Neither
we
one
feel.
of us are ever going to be in a. I will never live on college, so I'll never have the experience. I'm
That's
commuting to Brookdale, and then I'm gonna commute to a 4-year in my area. So I will never have that experience. So I'll never be able to make educated. I can tell you guys in the future about the academia part of it. That's about it. I do know that it is worth it. My girlfriend's mom has the coolest job in the world, in my opinion. She's like a biological scientist, and it is so cool. And that
as well.
I'm sure it does. But you,
The field itself, generally.
yeah, it's really really cool, and she's super smart. But and guess what? But she needed college to go through that several years, more than just bachelor's too, because you need a
It's
lot
worth it in
to
some
be a
scenarios.
scientist. Yeah,
My brother's scenario is probably with full scholarship, and
It is
it's a
worth
good
it.
field what he's in. That's worth it for him. It's just a little bit. For him, he's happy, and he's not going to be paying that much. But what was that?
I was yawning.
Why did you do that though?
I don't know.
That was a little weird.
You just habit.
What?
Force of habit.
Anyway, my brother's situation is good, but I personally still wouldn't take that deal just because I'm like, wait a minute, like I'm not making like actual money for 4 more
Try
years.
one of these barbecue wings so we can rate these and sign off.
Oh yeah.
I don't like
Yeah,
barbecue.
I didn't even realize you only ate the buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a barbecue guy.
So saucy.
Yeah, they were right. It was like tangy.
So saucy, bro.
You motherfucker.
Okay, I'm starting to say it right, or the way you guys
Yeah,
say it. 'Cause
you're
you
starting
guys are
to.
assholes.
The other day, when one of the bussers was asking what slice I was eating, it was the Chick-fil-A slice, and you were like, yeah, it's Chick-fil-A sauce. I was like, good boy. But
You little bitch. No, I'm gonna say sauce because that's how it's pronounced. All right.
it might be.
Let's